I am standing here in Grenchen, Switzerland, out the front of the BMC head office. Today I've got a private tour with them and I thought I'd take you guys along for the ride. This is a real dream come true scenario for me, getting a private tour of BMC. In today's episode, I'm going to take you guys behind the scenes with me as we go and check out their Impec Lab, have a look at their showroom and see how things operate here in Switzerland with BMC. I hope you enjoy this episode. For the moment, let's go and get into it. Yo!
What's up, Tristan?
Howdy Jamie, how you going?
Good, see you.
This is for me.
There you go.
Thank you so much. This is Jamie Collins, he's head of digital engagement here at BMC. Today he is going to be giving us a tour of the BMC Impec Lab. We've got the showroom right here and we're going to go over to the velodrome in a little while and have a look over there as well. So without further ado, I'm going to have a look at what's in this bag and then let's go and have a little tour. So first stop today is this spot where I'm standing right now. This is the BMC showroom here in Grenchen where they have all of their road, mountain and gravel bikes all in the same place. They've got some really nice bikes here. I'm standing right next to the Team Machine SLR Masterpiece. This is a super nice, super sexy bike, super light. Over here we have the Red Bull F1 bike. This was a bike developed in conjunction with the Red Bull F1 team. I believe this is one of only a couple in the entire world that's available. Over here we have BMC's gravel bikes. I own a really nice Urs myself and just yesterday they launched the BMC Caius, which is their brand new gravel bike. You guys are gonna see that later in the episode as we go for a little walk. Over here we have this BMC that was ridden by Jordan Sarro at the 2020 XEO World Champs that he won in Leogang, Austria. This bike still has the original dirt on it. This is the bike that he raced the World Champs on. As you can see, a couple of jerseys over here as well. So a lot of history right in a very small space here. Oh yeah, and it wouldn't be a BMC video if I didn't include a little AG2R shout out for the boys. I believe this is Matthias Frank's bike. There's a few signatures from the boys on this jersey right here. All right, so that's the showroom done. Let's head off to the Impec Lab. So just Jamie, tell me where we're off to now.
So
what are
we're
we
going
doing?
to our Impec Lab, which is our innovation lab. It's a super important part of the history of BMC. This is where we do all of our testing of all of our bikes across all disciplines. So you're going to meet Etienne, who's one of our engineers. He's going to talk to you about the Fourstroke LT, which is the bike that you'll be having some fun with in the future.
You'll see that in a future episode.
Yeah.
Sick, we're here.
Let's meet Etienne. Good morning, Etienne.
Good morning. Nice to meet you. How are you? Bikes everywhere.
Bikes everywhere. Coming in from events, going out to events.
Wow, check this out. That is a lot of Team Machines.
I mean, this is like the first part of the Impec Lab. There's like a second part behind, which is a more secret part where we develop the new prototypes. I will hook you up with Peter. He's like the manager of this part. I don't know what you can film and what you cannot film.
We're going to find out. So I'm here with Pesce. We're about to go and have a look in the Impec Lab. Tell me, what's your role here at BMC?
I'm the team leader of the Impec Lab team. In the same time, I'm still developing mountain bike projects. So now we will visit the Impec Lab. This is basically our prototyping lab.
So this is where you develop products that people don't see until they're finished completely.
Yes, exactly. This is it's like a research center. So we do a lot of research and testing. Not everything in the end will end up in a product.
So anything that I'm not allowed to see, just tell me. You're not allowed to see it.
We will cut out this. So this is what we do in our Impec Lab. For example, this is a prototype bike where we have tested geometry for a new bike. some CNC alloy parts which we attach to the frame. The cool thing is that we can do this very quick. We can act very quick, which is important.
So this is to change things like the head angle and the stays and things like that. You attach the CNC piece on there and you adjust the angle and then you decide what works best?
Yes, exactly. You always have to explore what could be better for the future. So somehow you need to test this. Just only by theory it's not possible. This is one way we do it. So we have like prototypes where we are able to move things. This one is to move geometry. So we do like testing loops and we try to feel what is better, what is less good. And in the end we try to set the direction for the new products.
If you came up with an idea and you were like, we've got to test that, how quickly can you test it?
I mean, once we have the idea and the design is done, the machining does not take too much. For example, this one would take 1 day, for example. Okay. Then it's done, so we can already go and test after 1 day.
So you can have a concept and be testing within 24 hours?
Yes.
Wow.
Most of the time we do prototypes out of alloy, but carbon is very important because the weight is always important for bikes.
Yeah.
So let's go and check out the carbon side.
Okay, so now we're coming over to the carbon section, the carbon area of the Impec Lab. This is where you develop the carbon parts that you then bond any alloy parts onto, or you're starting with the alloy parts and then turning them into carbon?
It depends what the requirement is. For example, a very good example, this one. This is old Fourstroke, where we have played with stiffness topic. Here you can see we quite simple have added a second bone. You can also see there's a modified CNC upper link. This is the idea is to act pretty quick. So we modify in a short time and then we go for testing to feel and to measure the difference.
So this is the test lab. So once you've manufactured or once you've developed some parts out of alloy, then you turn them into carbon. This is where you bring them for strength testing and structural testing and things like that?
Yes, exactly.
You try and break some parts in here?
Yes, that's for sure. That's the goal, to break parts, to better understand the product.
What do you find is like the part that needs the most focus in terms of its strength development?
This is very hard to say because I would say what is for sure most critical is all the lightweight product, because there you are playing with the limits, and there it's very important that you test and test and test again. There is the ISO norm, which gives you like rules for testing. We go far over this norm, so we have our own tests developed over the years because we learned. So this is more important for us, those special tests.
To set it at the BMC bar, not at the regular ISO bar?
Yes, because ISO also is not it's not
Oh, hold on, you can't say that.
No, yeah.
ISO is at a certain level, BMC is at the next level. Can we go and break some shit?
No, unfortunately, we will not break something.
No breaking stuff today. Damn. Alright, so that's Impec Lab out the way. Impec Lab is where they develop all their bikes. That was super, super fascinating. My brain doesn't work in an engineering way at all, but it was so fascinating here how it's taking 2 years to develop a product from the concept to being out there on the market, including all the painting, all the development work. What I found most interesting about that was that they don't have to manufacture the mountain bikes any more rigid than they do have to manufacture the road bikes. I thought the mountain bikes would require a lot more engineering, but actually they don't, and the road bikes are on par. So super fascinating. I'm now at the velodrome, gonna go and have a look in here. I think the guys have actually got something lined up for me here. I'm not sure exactly what, but a bit of a surprise. Come with me, let's go and do it.
Kit for you, sorry Attica.
Sign my life away. There we go. Alrighty, new kit day. Is this my bike? This is my bike. BMC track machine for today. What chainring have we got? I don't even know. I'm gonna smash this thing so hard.
Have fun, Tristan. That banking is so steep.
track session out the way. That was super fun, just a few little laps, went on Strava. I only did 300 meters. No, that's the bit that went on Strava. I did about 15 laps, one flying lap at the end there. Did I look fast?
You look fast, rapid.
Rapid.
No falls, which is the most important.
Despite trying, I did not fall. So one thing that's super cool with being at BMC here in Grenchen is the fact that they can do all their testing of their track and TT bikes right on the track here. We're literally across the road, as you saw before, from the BMC headquarters. So a really good place for them to trial their products in the Impec Lab there, and then bring them over here on the track and get some really good riders, better riders than I am, to test them and see how they can develop further, see how much more aero they can get. And that shows in not only the way the bikes ride when you jump on one and ride yourself, but also in the results that the riders who are riding the BMC bikes are getting at road races like the Tour de France and the Vuelta España, and also on the track at World Championships and other meets here in Switzerland where guys are performing at a really high level. So now the track session's done, it's time to jump out and go and have some lunch over at the Velodrome Cafe. Here I am, all sweaty.
Thank you, enjoy.
Forever B-roll.
Forever B-roll.
All right, so that is a ride on the velodrome done, and then lunch at the cafe. The cafe there is like a BMC sort of historical museum. There's a whole bunch of awesome bikes in there, World Champs bikes, Swiss Champs bikes, and some really cool stuff in there. So now we're heading back off to the Impec Lab, and I'm going to do an interview with Etienne, who is the engineer of the Fourstroke, a mountain bike that I'm going to be riding in the upcoming Atlas mountain race. You guys are going to see more of this in a future episode, so if you haven't subscribed, make sure you do. But let me get over to the Impec Lab, have a chat with Etienne about the Fourstroke, and I'll catch you guys in a second. All right, let's go and get this bike. Oh, the new Kayas. Lots of Kayases.
Yeah, so that's where they are. Storage of the bikes.
We keep them in the dark so that they're nice and like calm now, and then when you pull them out, then they get all hyped up and ready to ride, or something like this. Yo, howdy. All right, welcome to today's episode of Tristan Take Video. I am standing here in the BMC Impec Lab here in Grenchen, Switzerland, and I'm speaking with Etienne. So we've just come down to the studio where they shoot all the bikes. They've got this fancy 360-degree spinning studio set up with all the lights up there, as you can see. And then the actual bike pivots on the ground here. It spins around on this big plate. This is how they shoot the 360-degree videos and photos of all their bikes in the studio. These photos go on the website and they go into advertising and marketing and all the brochures and things like that. So if you're ever wondering how they get these perfect 360-degree angle videos and photos of the bikes, this is how they do it in this studio right here. All right, so what we're doing now is I'm actually gonna take my cover photo for this video that you will have seen already if you clicked on the video on this space here. This is how I'm gonna get the cover photo. I'm gonna lay down on this big disc. I'm gonna lay a bunch of frames around it so you've got all the BMC logos and all the colors. Hopefully it turns out well. Alrighty, so we've just finished wrapping up that cover photo shoot. I just sat in the middle there, we took a bunch of photos. It was all good fun here at the studio down in the basement of BMC. I'm here with Camille, who is head of digital content creation for BMC. Camille heads up a lot of the videos and the photos that you guys would see in BMC's marketing. You've been hanging out with us all day. Is this like not the dream job for you, just to hang out with nice bikes, some okay people, and get to take photos and videos?
Yeah, I mean, that's quite nice because I'm really into mountain biking, road bikes, and we're doing some really, really nice machine, I would say. So it's pretty nice to shoot those beautiful bikes.
And this is your sort of dungeon down here, this is your cave. How much time do you spend down here versus out in sort of nature shooting bikes or things like that? Do you spend a lot of time in the studio?
Yeah, so it depends because I'm shooting every time the new arrival. So the bikes from next year every time.
Yeah.
And it's really a period of the year. So right now it's really MI23, so the bikes from next year that I'm shooting. But during winter, I'm mainly editing stuff or shooting outside and experience.
Yeah, cool. So we're right in the transition phase at the moment between the model year 22 and the model year 23 bikes. So yeah, big studio job for you. It's lucky that you've got all these lights in this kind of perfect setup. You just plonk them on here, spin them around a bunch of times, set the camera up and take a bunch of photos. And then you ride yourself. Yeah, what kind of riding do you do mostly?
Yeah, I'm more a mountain biker, so I'm an enduro rider. And around here, I live around Biel, and there is a lot of very nice and steep trail around here.
I think I'm about to go and find out what the riding is like in Biel. Hopefully it's not going to thunderstorm. But thank you so much for all your time today and for helping with the photo shoot. And yeah, it's been great. I'll whack a link to his Instagram down here. But if you want to see any more of his work, just jump on the BMC website. And I think that's it from us down in the studio. Let's head off and maybe go for a ride. Thanks, dude.
Thanks.
Cheers for today.
Yeah, that was nice.
Yeah,
Thanks,
see you in future.
Cheers.
Woofed. Alrighty, what a massive day. I've just gotten back to the hotel here and it's just started raining outside. A really big day, but a lot of fun. Really cool to meet everyone from BMC. I really enjoy working with BMC. It's an incredible company. They're rapidly expanding. The bikes are amazing and seeing behind the scenes was just an absolute dream for me. So I might just message Jamie, see if he wants to go out for a ride and we'll go and do that. Alrighty, so what a day. We're just out here for a little bike ride on sunset. The sun's going down. I'm out here with Jamie. I've been hanging out all day at BMC, checking out the Impec Lab, chatting to the engineers, going riding on the velodrome, having a bloody excellent time. Just want to say a massive thanks to Jamie for bringing me out today and showing me the ropes. Huge thanks to BMC, obviously, for just having me along, not only as an ambassador, but also to see it all. It's super cool. I hope you guys have enjoyed watching. If you have, make sure to give this one a big like and a subscribe. Make sure to subscribe to BMC as well. We'll chat to you guys later. All right, adeu.